With food prices on the rise, what can you do to save money while still having a nutritious diet? In this video, I'm going to show you 8 simple tips you can use to make your food last longer so you waste less and save more. Hi, my name is Sorcha. I'm a nutritionist and ballet fitness instructor from Ireland. So here in Ireland and pretty much all over the world, the price of everything is rising, and this includes food. Some people were already finding it really difficult to afford a healthy diet, and now it's gotten even more difficult. There's not a lot we can do about the food prices, but what we could do, and what I'm going to talk about in this video, is how you can make your food last longer so you waste less and then you'll save more money. The first trick is for fresh fruit and vegetables. Don't wash them straight away when you get home. So a lot of people buy their fruit or their vegetables, they take them home and they wash them and then they put them in the fridge or wherever you're going to store them. That makes them go off quicker. Do, of course, wash them before you're going to use them. So if you're going to use them straight away, wash them, but leave them until you're going to use them. The next tip is with greens, so lettuce, spinach. Do you ever find that you buy a bag of lettuce or salad greens and it goes off so quickly, it goes all soggy and then you can't eat it and you have to throw it out? Well, the best thing to do is to take it out of the plastic bag that you buy it in first, then put it into a container, airtight container, and put a little bit of paper towel on it. That should soak up the moisture and it might make it last a little bit longer as well. Fresh herbs do taste better than dried herbs, but they can be very hard to keep because they go off quicker. Anything fresh goes off quicker. Unless, of course, you have a plant, like I have my basil plant and my parsley plant, which I love. But if you're not into keeping plants, you can still buy the fresh herbs, take what you need, what you're going to use, and then the rest of it, get little ice cube trays. Put them into the ice cube trays and then fill it with some stock or maybe some olive oil and freeze them. Then when you need to use them for whatever dish, you just pop out the little ice cube and put it into your dish and it'll give you a nice herb, fresh herbs. So that's a good way that you can have fresh herbs without having to worry about them going off. Tin foods are so great. You can get so many good tin foods. So you can get tinned of beans, all types of beans that are a great source of protein and fibre and loads of vitamins as well. You can get sweet corn, you can get other tinned vegetables as well, which are great. You can get tinned salmon, you can get tinned tuna, which are great sources of omega-3. They're also very inexpensive and they have very long shelf lives. Other things that can make up basis of so many meals, tinned tomatoes. I always have at least 4 cans of tinned tomatoes in my press to make base for tomato sauces, or you can make bolognese, anything. So make sure you have plenty of tins and don't think that just because they're canned that they're not nutritious, because they are. When storing onions and garlic, make sure you store them away from other foods because they release a substance that makes other foods go off quicker. So they release ethylene, and ethylene makes your other fruit and vegetables go off quicker. So if you have compartments in your fridge, make sure you put the onions and the garlic separate. If you have a freezer, use it. And you don't have to fill it with freezer foods, so chicken nuggets and pizzas. You can use it to freeze leftovers. You can buy fresh meat, maybe fresh meat on offer that you don't think you're going to use that week. You can buy it and freeze it straight away. If you do buy fresh meat and you're not quite sure that you're going to eat it that week or in time before use by date, then put it into the freezer straight away. It doesn't take that much to take it out the night before. You just have to maybe be a little bit more organised. So you can have your freezer full of leftovers that are in little boxes that you can just take out and defrost and cook or heat up. You can have your fresh baked fish in your freezer and just take it out and defrost it. So you can use your freezer. It's a great thing, and so use it smart. Don't store bread in the fridge. Some people think this makes the bread stay fresh for longer. It actually doesn't. It makes it go staler faster. So store it in an airtight container and at room temperature. That's the best way to keep bread fresh for as long as it should stay fresh. Bread isn't a long shelf life product. So if you do find that you're always throwing out half a loaf of bread because it's going to be molded or whatever, then that maybe means that your family isn't big bread eaters. So maybe stop buying full loaves, try half loaves. Also, if bread goes stale, don't throw it out. If it's just stale, you can use it to make breadcrumbs, and you can use those breadcrumbs to make homemade chicken fingers, homemade fish fingers, breaded fish, loads of things you can make with breadcrumbs. So use the stale bread. Also, stale bread is fine for things like toasts as well. The final tip is for tomatoes. So if you store tomatoes in the fridge, that slows down the ripening process so they stay nice and firm for longer. But if you do find that you've got mushy tomatoes, you don't have to throw them out. You can use them for things like pasta sauces, tomato-based sauces that you can use on pizza. You can use them in cooking, basically, like anything that needs tomatoes that are going to be mushed up. So if it asks for 10 tomatoes and you have mushy tomatoes in your fridge, you can use those mushy tomatoes in the dish. So you don't need to throw them out. So I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope these tips help you cut down on your food wastage. Please let me know in the comments below if this video did help you, and also if you have any food wastage tips that you'd like to share, I'd love to hear them. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel.